Hello there, dear wanderers and travelers. My name is Merton Blight, and welcome back to HSR. And can't wait to. I already can't wait to pull, but for now, I still gotta develop, get a bit more fun because, I don't know. Maybe it's me being a little bit pessimistic, but I don't know if 100 pulls is gonna be enough. So. That's fine. Let's just. Oh, yeah. So, we're going to do the racing event, then we're going to read a few of the tales of in the as I've written, and read a little bit more lore on each of the different Chrysosairs, well, especially Cipher, and also get a bit more jade from that. And then finally we'll pull. So without further ado, let's just get on with the racing event. Okay. The LED is lit. Countdown again. Let's step on the gas and start dash. Have the speed up. Okay. As long as this mini game doesn't do me like how Mario Kart does it, then I should be fine. Oh, leave the item. Foot hurt. Ah. That does seem right. Okay. Similar level. Oh. Oh, it's like a hacker signed up just so I speak up. Okay. Not gonna voice it because I want to save my voice for when we have to read all the Chrysosaur lore or stories. Okay. Okay, let's go. Got a cat girl to pull at the end of this go. Oh! Ah. Okay, this is actually a lot. this is gonna be... this is gonna require more of my brain than I thought. Okay. Lock in. Oh! Dang it, didn't get the boost. The race car rapidly accelerates to maximum speed and maintains it for duration. Okay. Let me... Ooh. Nice. Okay. Top 3. The nitrogen burst. Okay. Whoa. Okay, I forgot I should just be using this as much as I can. Good, man. Okay. Speed demon, man. Jeez. Okay, this is actually kind of fun. Maybe it's because it's not online. Dude, I can't imagine this video. This is... Say it, I'd play it though. Dear God, I'm really bad at it. Okay. That was close. There's this Sparkle. Pick up your dang dolls. Got a race toy. Ooh. Oh, what? Oh, shit. Level 1. Oh, happy. Oh. Yeah, I've got race to win, grand prize, good. Oh lord, what does the third door do? Becomes invincible and gains speed. Oh. Okay. Okay. Get out of my way. No. Oh, stop taking. That was a close one. Whew. Oh, Ching Shui. Okay. Semi-finals, grand finals. Okay, so I'm assuming the tutorial is over. We just get to pick between the three? Oh, no. Okay, I guess in the finals you get to pick. Oh, I just realized I didn't read what... Oh. What? Oh, it's Yash. Come on. Okay. I guess I got really just lucky there. I was just spamming. Oh, come on. This is like a baby. Final out. It would be really bad. Hey, open that. I want it. Okay. Last of the semifinal. Let's do it. Oh. Oh. Hello, Luna. How are you? Sorry, I've just been I've been very just focused. Oh. Hold on, here. Hold on, I'll definitely pull it. Oh, there we go, that's on time. God, I'm getting so sweaty. Oh, jeez. Yes, they're gone. Okay. Now then. Okay, now we get the pick. In the grand final, you may select your race car freely. Yeah, I think I don't know, I just like speed. Gain it back, gain it back. Come on. You can do it. Okay, yeah, that's a little bit hard to do. And just constantly speed. Oh. Just keep all the speed or any lost distance. Just constantly just spamming the speed button. Woo. Oh. Okay, let's try. Let's try. Nah, I still want. I think I'll do it. Use it for like one more. Let's just see. Oh. Because I feel like. Okay, so the map is different every stage. This is a different map. Oof. Up to oh, come on, I didn't get in. Okay, yeah, I may need to have a switch to this one. I didn't. Woo! Okay. Yeah, I definitely have to try different cars. Oh. Okay. Let's. I think I did like this car like second. Wait, what is that? How come we don't get the raccoon car? So cute and cool though. I can sure see some corrupt. Something there. Oh, come on. Okay. Ooh. Let's try again. Ooh. Ah. Oh. Get back here. Go. Okay, got all quite a bit there. Okay. Got him. Oh. Oh my. Whew. Ah. Of course. Steward Racing. I plan on. Okay. was actually really fun. Got me sweating too. Like a lot. Jeez. Okay. Finally for the nameless. Let's go. Okay, so do we get like a trophy? Completed, yes. To view the leader challenge board. Ah. Let's get that, and then let's get this. Ooh. And then let's get that. Track Destiny. Okay. Wow. Get that, and then let's check here. Oh, okay. Ajduruk. Oh. Peppy, please. I'm just not into chase. Yeah, I am not that much of a sweat. If just give me my jade and then just give me my jade and then we're good. We're done. I don't want to be. If there's nothing to gain from it, then yeah. Okay, now then, what's next on the docket? Ah yes, I got some reading to do.
It's still early. Where to now?
Let's head to a spot where... Oh, wrong staircase. It was this one.
Does it really work?
Alrighty then. Chill out with my boy Bartolos. Man that I've forgiven. Yeah. Or, spoiler alert, Zagreus. My boy Zagreus here, I gave him a lot of shit in the past, but taking my loot, and chest, but man, he's a good one. He's that guy. Anyway, also just wanted to stand in a place where I'm probably gonna start pulling first. I'm gonna travel to different locations to hopefully channel the good pulling energies. But for now, let's get started. Let's do mother. Oh, this is the Goliath's last one. Okay. Let's do that. She can see the most delicate colors, the most distant contours. She can see the most secret desires, and through the most perfect liars.
But being able to see everything is the same as seeing nothing.
Countless mirages and cacophony surround her with stimuli plenty, casting her into another kind of blindness overwhelming. Ugh. I forgot what voice I use, because I usually just do like a voice for every time when I read one of these. But I forgot what voice I did for A glai is like pages or like stories, but yeah. So she soaks herself in the bath and lets her golden thread go beyond the palace. When the water drops on the thread, vibrate and shiver. She closes her eyes and listens to the echoes silently. She hears how a mother's feet were wounded for treading over too many stones and is soaking her feet in the hot water bath. She hears children playing
I
next
heard
to
that the
pools.
Golden Goddess also likes to visit the baths.
And someone is saying loudly, yeah. She's used to bathing alone. At the start of the hours of lucid or parting, her golden hair spread in the water like a throne, like the scattered golden threads wrapping her again in a cocoon. Yanis's holy maiden silently walks over, scooping up water to wash the weaver's hair, as if cleansing the bough of a laurel tree. That is when the one who sees the core flame finally knows there's no difference between a demigod and a true deity. The golden blood that congealed through divinity, only in this heavy heat, can temporarily flow, and let this golden butterfly feel a fleeting warmth. Just as she had once touched her own face, falls the final tear her eyes will never produce, forever produce. Oh.
Teacher, I had a dream.
She recounts like a young girl on a whim. The sound of the water repels all disruptions and speech. Such peaceful rest, such sweet dreams. She dreamed of how she was a naive, noble girl, ignorant of the world. She dreamed of the countless nights when she worked. In the courtyard she weaved. She dreamed of being before the vine-covered temple, where the wind blew by in a violent stream. Lastly, she dreamed of the prophecy that she heeded, how the ancient sound came through the 1,000 waves and could not be heard clearly in her dream. Do not stare directly into the future of your people, for that blinding prophecy will burn you all. Ooh.
The dawn device is always glittering, and birds are always chittering.
The children of Akama like these kinds of songs. Why not trust in the promise of an era Chrysa unending, like how children believe in fairy tales passed down unceasing? But will the dawn device truly shine forever? Will the voices of songbirds not one day turn hoarse? In the golden bath in times gone by. Ooh, I lost my place. She pierced her eyes, for she saw the all too dazzling future of everyone. The future was nothing compared to false promises. The gods have already determined her destiny and her passing. She knew. She has long known. The red-haired child appears worried.
You are aware of everyone's fate, yet never speak of your own future.
The child who passes along the prophecy understands that to lay such a heavy weight on one person is comparable to the dawn the world-bearing Titan shoulders.
There's only one future for silken threads. That is, to weave magnificent clothes for others.
She takes the children's hands, inviting them into the pools, intending to use warm water to wash away their concerns. Yes, before the toll of the bell that announces the hour, before the meeting to judge the flame chase begins, do not waste the rare good dreams or the languid waves, warm as tears. She mutters as destiny slumbers in her
The one
arms.
that wears this elegant attire in the future must bear the weight of the silk threads.
Act concluded. Okay, how far are we? I think these are the first ones for all of them, actually. Huh. Let's go with Hyacinth. Yeah. Glowing faint light.
This world may contain thousands of
Oh,
ills,
it's voiced for me.
but the number of sufferers is countless, like ocean-going sails. The father and daughter who inherited the sky wander this land's paths, and throughout the cities, they heal the unwell.
Heirs of the sky who once reveled in martial might, why do you now soothe the world's blistering blight?
The doctor responds with a smile as he cures the injury's agony.
Father, why did our ancestors revel in warlike might?
Because they only have a sorrowful past of lamenting wails.
Then why are we here, soothing the blight?
Because we have a future that needs protection still.
The priest who parts dusk from dawn collapsed the sky and sealed her wings, and dwells in a place where time itself mends, bearing the promise to return to the Zenith Supreme.
This is the Twilight Courtyard's story.
And the father tells his daughter the tale of their line, next to the bonfire lit in the wilderness where winds pine. Though he had told this story many times before, a light in the girl's eyes still shines.
Maybe I will return to the sky one day.
Or maybe that is not to be your fate.
The blessings of the sky were passed down through generations of their heirs. The brawn of the Titan who molded stars granted a boon fitting and fair. Perhaps the girl with heroic blood in her veins will be accompanied by thunderbolts and the sun's merciless glare. Childishly, she recited the words,
Oh, sky, heed my wishes.
and thunder and heat did not descend. She only saw a sliver of gentle, warm flare, wiping away mortal exhaustion and others' tired airs. What a gentle blessing. All said that she must be a savior saint, bringing light to the land, even if faint. But where the girl's eyes often gazed was the wine-dark sky, gloomy and bleak.
The god is also sick.
That grand longing to save the world may be no more than the girl's feeble dream. But her father treated it as his greatest treasure and taught her all the ways of potions and creams. That girl therefore always accompanied the gentle master of healing and repair. And she brought glowing faint light to the night, dispelling pains and mending the world's pitchy blight. Father and daughter often rested in the silent courtyard under the giant tree. Yet today, at that place, only one solitary figure can be seen. On that night, the healer spoke to a visitor throughout the night. On that morning, he bid farewell to his daughter for the first time. He will heal the ill at a faraway place where the end of days approaches, and no family of his should follow.
You have learned the craft of healing and understood the blessing. But a light more radiant still is needed. to heal the entire world.
The departed healer never returned, and the girl never left. And that rather lonely courtyard stayed silent as it was before.
Okay, I wonder if... Hold on. 'Cause dang, I wanted to use my... the most gremlin voice I can possibly use for Cipher. I mean, if it's all voiced, I guess... there's really nothing I can...
There are no swords here,
Yeah.
only farming tools.
Facing the ambitious boy, the shopkeeper kindly explained.
Even a rake would do. Let its worth be judged by the verses I etch upon the earth with it.
Many days later, the wounded child stood upon the scorched earth, and silently he buried the ruined tool. For that was his first sword. And on the day that the black tide came, he broke the shackles of fate with that weapon true.
Let go of my beard, you white-haired rascal!
No!
Fine! You win, okay?
That was the first victory claimed by the boy, a victory often mentioned in later years, and yet he never treated it with shame.
I understood something thanks to his beard.
The others hold their breath, waiting for his thoughts, but he only gives out one response.
The victor must stay focused, and success will come when you work on nothing else.
Those words became the foundation of his existence.
Knowledge is also a power used to smite.
While studying at the Grove of Epiphany, he etched this into his heart. So he devoured thousands of books, skimming through to glean the martial powers of might. But unenlightened wisdom is merely dust. And when the next calamity approaches, all he recalled is flight. Thus, his books are always worn into shreds, for each book was read endlessly till he remembered every detail slight. When first arriving at the holy city, he was no more skilled than a soldier, except his ambition.
Even the deliverer from the sky must have their beginnings in the soil of the nations.
The elders in the holy city scorned, casting him into barracks in derision. But none expected this new recruit of unknown history made his name in one mission. Some asked him, which teacher caused such improvement? He answers with countless names, including the Inquirer's own.
Only one who treats the world as their teacher can bear its eventual destiny.
Man, fine on what happened.
Those with golden blood are bound to succeed.
The golden heroes are born as gods, beloved.
Such words echo in the man's mind. Yet he knows glory is not where the journey begins. He misses the buried rake, worshipped the enemy with the long beard, mended his tattered books, and polished the barracks' dust-covered gear.
What forges a hero is not destiny from above, but the long journey that follows.
Now he stands here and looks back, and his past twists into a winding path. The long road to the sky stretches ahead. And towards the blazing white sun, he pens down Deliverance's name.
Nameless? Okay. Huh. Oh yeah. This isn't named final. It just says nameless. I'm so concerned. What are we going to learn in the next patch, man? I'm kind of nervous. Is it also voice? Warm child.
In Dolos' suburbs, in a tiny weaving workshop.
I wanted to do this. Actually, never mind. Maybe it's best that this is voice. Still trying to figure out what would be the best gremlin voice. I guess this is the closest thing to it. It's a little bit sassier, though, more than gremlin-y.
The silk-weaving old woman busies herself within as her smart child wanders outside on a whim. The silk pours from the loom, some bright as the dawn, some dark as the night. The woman had lived her whole life in poverty, yet through her business, she never deceives.
Good child, listen to me. Never lie and speak deceit, for people like you only do to honesty.
The girl smiles and nods, but her heart is drawn to the boundless desires of the bustling streets. And the grandmother is unaware that her handmade white dress has been stained by the mud of conceit.
Madam, what is a bundle of white silk's price?
Sir, only 2,000 balance coins.
An honest price tag can only meager profit obtain.
If we keep selling cloth like this, we'll stay poor for the rest of our lives.
The girl complains to her grandmother while sprouting countless plots and petty tricks. The woman smiles and does not reply, only weaving with night-shaded silk a suave hooded robe for her little spark.
Why don't you take some of our goods and go into the city tomorrow to try out those pranks?
That's called getting that back.
The mesmerizing money charm of
back,
Dolos City turns minds and tongues into a whirlwind of confusion. Even the girl who prided herself on sharp ears and a clever tongue could not contend with the myriad of shifting faces before her. She returns penniless and furiously seethes.
I vow to the god of thieves that I will eventually empty those people's pockets.
Smiling, her grandmother stops her silk work and offers some dinner with humble dish.
Silly child, don't let Titans hear such vows and promises.
Yet when the moon rises, a magnificent pin graces the old lady's pale locks. The girl smiles at the old woman, now stunned in shock.
I actually did return with some catch.
The brilliance adorning her white hair drew all eyes, and its proud original owner arrived to stake their claim. The bet that the girl won with a brilliant trick is described as a thief's loot through lying schemes. The old woman, in her panic, shouldered the blame, confirming a sin that was but a fabrication.
By Dolos' laws, we must also execute all her family!
To protect the girl, the old woman reveals the final secret unseen.
She's not my family, but just an orphan picked from the street on a whim.
People thought this to be a lie, but the girl knows her grandmother cannot deceive, just like how she always glossed over questions about parents and kin.
Your parents went to a city-state far away.
The girl never bothered to unravel the threadbare lie.
Stop! Stop right there, you thief!
Run! Run as fast as you can! Cipher up!
The lies overthrow the shop and tear apart the good woman's good name, leaving the girl with guilt and grief. The hearth of her home was a lie, doused by another conceit. But if her sleight of hand had better skill, Would it have made that fire burn forever? The girl pulls down the hood and sinks into the starless dark.
I vow to the god of thieves.
And from that day, she never left empty-handed, her words woven with deceit. However, back then the girl did not realize that the people did not covet one simple pin, but the golden blood flowing beneath her skin.
Flame Chaser's path has been lit. Okay. I also wonder what they mean by romantics after how they ended this patch. Like, all the other stories you've experienced on your journey, the same, always. Okay. Ooh. Give me that. Give me the deed. Oh. Maybe we can get a little bit. Holy. I'm assuming all of these are voiced, but for the sake of it, let's just. Actually. I'm assuming all of these are voiced, aren't they? Let's see.
I fear.
Oh,
how
these ones
can
aren't
mere
voiced.
mortals defy the gods?
I worry. How can mortal bodies reforge the world anew?
I suspect that the prophecy is simply a rumor.
Okay, I don't remember what voice I get. I think I did try and go for like a childish voice to, you know, represent Treeby, Trina, and Trian, yeah. The solemn council is still filled with clamor. Future's destiny still whirls in discussion of candor. To guard the city and save oneself, or to chase the flames that waver. None knows the choice that would lead them to a place better. I wonder how they chose which ones got voice and which ones didn't. Seriously, I was like, oh. In the distant past, the Holy Maiden brought the first prophecy to all city states.
Hearken to the sounds that the doors whisper.
In the name of God's proper, hope she will give to humanity. Though she falls into confusion, she will bring guidance to this world in vigor.
Overthrow the gods, it declared.
Of the previous journey, she will always remain aware. The Queen of Laws lifted the flag to chase the flames' flare. The tripartite prophecy guided all the world's heroes, all who dared. And building a new world was their oath of yesteryear. The earth roared for them, the tides surged for them. The scales of destiny shivered violently, then slowly calmed. The core flames of the Titans rested here, while the blood of companions congealed over there. The child led one hero after another to their end, but no end awaits her, no rest to prepare.
Teacher, do not hesitate.
The Weaver of Gold brushes aside the child's tears.
The world still walks on the path you indicate.
The prophecy still stands, even if the actors now different faces wear.
Restore the core flames, it declared.
The solemn council is still filled with clamor. Future's destiny still whirls in discussions of candor. To stop right there and seek peace, or to continue a work still unfinished.
None knows the choice that will lead them to a place better.
Stop! We only wish to live life as it is. No more.
Cease. Our achievements already stand tall.
Rest up! We only wish to live in peace and prosperity.
Yeah. The discussions today are the same as those in times past. Retreating now will forever deny us the future. The child has already conquered her confusion and fear. No longer before the mist of fate will she cower.
Hearken to the sounds that the doors whisper.
She travels through myriad passages, burning with determination to once again bring light to humans through her endeavor. The children fly into the streets, wishing to encourage the residents' faith.
Please, be not afraid. We will definitely bring you to a new home.
Lady Treeby, Lady Trianne, please, don't cry.
Do not worry. We trust you always.
The matron wipes away the tears on the children's faces. The praying ones piously bless them in faith. The lost ones take the children's hands, just as the prophecy guides their path.
Bear the divine authority, it declared.
Quiet Trinan has little to say.
Lively Trianne loves to play, and well-behaved Treeby roams around all day.
The people's encouragement rings sincere. The Chrysos heirs' companionship lasts through the years, and mother's embrace warms up every dream. Thus the child understands, thus the child accepts. Though countless farewells on her shoulders weigh, though destiny's blood dries like clay, there will always be passageways filled with warm sun rays that silently open to them in future and past days, and from them a voice says,
Forge miracles, it declared.
Triplets of Fate, Treebios. Okay, who's next? I mean, let's do Mighty since he's also on his. Let's see, is this one?
As always, to perceive the man's fury, one must do so 7,000 paces away.
Okay, now
The
this
Kremnos he guards is once again shrouded by mist. Rust, blood, and fire are the ceremonial ode to the demigod. There is no one to witness or to give cheers of glory. The final Kremnos festival goes on without end. The victor shall embrace death and silence, and his glory will only be remembered by the defeated array. For that man, laws and seals no longer have meaning. War and battle never cease for a single minute, each passing day indistinguishable, morning and night entwined. The corpses pile up, filling ravines, forming mountains strong. He carved time with peak's edge and counted the fleeting years by fires of war. Sometimes the lion would climb to the hilltop to look down on the world and search for friends in longing. The distant heavens and earth stretched vast and boundless, but their endlessness felt ever more remote. Like Nikador, he cannot escape Magnus's clutches. Guarding the city alone and embroiled in war, the murmurs of the black tide constantly sound in his ears. Yet a flame soars up his chest every moment, casting light upon the indomitable path behind him. Memories seal the echoes of the past as the man strides into battle, fists clenched fast. He is the wound this world must bear, the new king before whom old gods despair. As stated in Idonia's poems, humans are born with eyes closed to accustom to this world's light, and their sight fades in old age to reacquaint with night's anthems. But the man did not bow to the decay of time, rejecting the lure of death's call. With each return from the brink of death, his eyes burn with fury, fixed upon his foes, until everything suddenly faded away, like a surging black tide swallowing all into nothingness. The world dissipates in the roiling black tide's requiem. Even the lion will one day die, a departure with no way back. With a sudden fall, his pierced chest hits the ground, and slowly flowing into the underworld is his golden blood, departing his system. But that gaze, fierce as flame, never dimmed, not even in death, looking beyond those flame-seeking figures, reaching far toward the endless horizon. In the morrow sky, the stars will chant, "The lone king of Kremnos is called mighty. His journey was one of ceaseless, eternal warfare, and behind him, he left a world ablaze with glory."
The Last Prince, Mighty Mouse. Okay, well, let's go with Caster. Oh, this has. Okay.
The two girls frolicked in the wheat fields, fleet as doe deer, making ripples in the shallow puddles and pools clear. As dusk approaches, the exhausted girls collapse over the wheat heaps, talking about their longings and dreams of literature, love, and a journey through a world dear.
Oh, Sky, slow your closing gaze. How I want to keep this moment in my hands forevermore.
On that day, the breeze was warm and gentle. At that time, death was soft and fair. The broken-winged butterfly falls by the window, bringing with it a scent of melancholy. The girl looks outside. The golden wheat fields rolled endlessly, stretching to the horizon. Holding to the chair, she tries to stand, only to find her legs trembling and feeble.
Don't worry, Pelixia.
Her older sister whispers beside her ear, and on her sister's shoulder, the girl weeps mournfully. And time thus becomes silent, painted with sighs only. When hearing the healer's diagnosis, the girl remained deathly still. Her eyes were already drained of tears, and her heart a wilted grave.
Every time she has something on her mind, she would tilt her head and look outside.
Her sister follows her gaze, seeing a barren field turned by wind into a desolate gray expanse. Till one day, when the girl looks outside, she sees a dash of dark blue, most brave.
It's a flower my sister planted.
Like the torrential river of life, it pours into the depths of her heart. The flower is called Antilla. Even in the Netherland, it's rumored to thrive.
You are the quiet in my heart, amidst the chaotic choreography.
That seems to be its floriography. When the days are warm, the sister would take the girl on long journeys through the flower fields, gazing upon rivers, napping amongst the grove. A discussion hardy.
After I die, I want to become an Antilla flower and become the quietness in your soul.
A thoughtless word from the girl gains her a wrapping on her forehead most dainty.
Do not speak of dusk when you have yet to see the dawn.
Dew drops from the petals as wind pulls on the leaves, and the two of them sit in quietude. The girl asks for the means to tend to the garden, and while her sister sounds concerned, her heart is relieved. But the concern is well-founded. The girl tripped and fell into a mire. She gazed directly into the eyes of death in that dark pool, bottom unperceived.
I've been the weight upon my sister's wings. Let this be where it all comes to rest.
The girl gives up her struggles, only to see a figure pierce through the water's surface.
I won't allow you to walk through the dusk alone, or enter the night of no reprieve.
Her sister sobs without end, and the girl has to gently hug her and softly relieve. And then, this distant memory turns bleary, difficult to retrieve.
Servant of death. Oh, wait. Nope, not yet.
The river of souls flows to the other side, wrapped in the land's night. Broad, slow, an eternal and silent sight. It belongs to all in this world that has life, all of which flows downstream, converging as one. The master of the nether realm, Thanatos, enshrouds himself and the souls within the moon cocoon. The dragon, born from the cocoon, carries a girl, soaring upstream the river of souls, defying its eternal flow. Their connection flows tighter than blood, and the key that opens the netherworld's gates is the sister's selfish plight. Back then, the boreal winds cut through to the bone. Back then, death was a bitter and stabbing fright. In the Netherrealm, without an earth or sky, a flower named Antilla blooms, its beauty witnessed by but one soul.
You are the quiet in my heart, amidst the chaotic choreography.
The younger sister scores through the blooming Antilla fields, never finding that promised dark blue sprig. She silently made up her mind.
Death, leave all your dark nights to me, and save the dawns for her.
The younger sister gazes at the moon cocoon high above and plans a trip to the mortal realm, a distant flurry. A bard once sung to musical notes.
Do not turn back. Oh, do not turn back. The long hand of shadow will retain the dead behind their gates.
The giant dragon born from the moon cocoon willingly offered itself as the enduring barge of the River of Souls.
No need to turn back. Oh, no need to turn back. That price had long been paid for you by someone else.
The dragon lowers its long neck and places the girl on its back. In slumber, she will unknowingly greet the dawn of her rebirth. The dragon flaps its wings in the chilly gloom of the floating dead upstream, ferrying from purity into grime, going from silence to roaring boom. The souls of countless poets flounder past, their distant rhymes endless like foams.
Do not turn back, for to look toward the land of mortals is in itself turning back.
In this pale dawn, the sun's first rays light the night ablaze. So the dragon crosses the sea of souls onto the shores of life and strands itself in the gleam. We know not where these stories arise. They are scattered across the shallows with the waves. The confession the girl made before her departure still echoes in the tide's heaves.
If there is anything for me to leave behind, may it find a soul to remember. This is the ode of my life, and I've already penned my last stroke.
Act concluded. Servant of Death, Castorus. Ooh, alrighty. Oh. Check this as well. 8. Alright. Let's keep going. Might as well just get all the way
A
top.
good student who often did stupid things.
Was the assessment from the Lotophagist sage.
An excellent healer who fails at all scholarly means.
Was the assessment from the Nodist sage.
A shining child who also burns away her own life's rays.
Was the assessment from the Erythrocaramist sage.
A fool who was always wreathed in smiles, while drowning in a weighty and pitiful dream.
Was the assessment from the Neusporist sage. The girl had visited all the schools during her time studying in the Grove. She refused to become a scholar, despite her exemplary grades.
Instead of increasing this world's knowledge, I prefer to reduce its pain.
While the sages faced her words in silence.
Sometimes too much
the
knowledge.
Neusporist sage
is
alone
painful.
decided to hire her as assistant post-haste.
An apprentice who spends wisdom is more precious than scholars who hide knowledge away.
Thank you, Anaxa.
The faded twilight courtyard, long eroded by time, now shelters a girl, the sole heir of her lineage. Loneliness accompanied her days, till the sage of the Caprists visited her and brought her a chromatic pony with a grin.
Let's go, fat
It may be the Eye of Twilight's creation in times gone by, for it shines with the sky's rainbow hues within.
Could it be the warlike winged beast of her father's tales? But the sleepy and dreary-eyed pony before her was soft as freshest plucked cotton. The girl still took this gift, for from the little creature she smelled the scent of clouds distant.
You'll have 2 number 9s.
If it weren't for her,
I would have suffered more accusations.
The new Sporism sage says in admission. The scholars coming to deliver arguments and reproach often stopped before the door, not coming to fruition. For the girl before the door soothed their blazing anger like the soft clouds, gentleness in cumulation.
Do you know what sacrileges he has committed?
The girl muddles her answers, yet her heart knows in full admission.
Like you and me, he too wishes to heal all of this world's afflictions.
The girl treated ailments for many years in the grove, composing her medical treatises into tomes. When scholars seek medical help, she realizes with a startle that kindness too can grow into its own bloom. By that time, the twilight already lost their eyes, and the world drowns in evernight, while the girl and the healer again traverse the world in gloom. Seeing the golden thread and ivy in the night, though it has been long since she recalled her past, she once again thinks of her childhood dream.
Should the sun be dimmed by destiny's decree, then the dawn that heals the world, I shall replace.
Act complete. Okay. Is that an axe? Yeah, but it's cigarette. Oh, and we're going to finish off?
On the day that the grove fell, he accepted his defeat and demise, as if embracing truth and heresy.
Believe in Titans, and you'll have a happy death. Deny the Titans, and you'll have a fulfilling death.
Yet, as the lightened soul bids farewell to its heavy shell, a Titan made an untimely call.
Do not be startled, child of humanity. You have a final query in this world.
You finally came.
He does not seem shocked and lets the core flame take over his shell.
Be more punctual next time, if you will.
Upon his first meeting with the Titan, the blasphemer is already on his best behavior. And towards the suggestion to reforge his body, he paid no mind.
I have so kindly offered you the best body. So why do you insist upon your mortal imperfection?
The scholar replies in candor.
Only by retaining the various flaws can my humanity be preserved in rigor.
His form remains in the mortal realm, while his spirit walks the river of souls' shores. Between life and death, he fatigues, dwelling in the child of humankind's thoughts and senses. The Titan cannot bear to remain a mere spectator.
Why not ask me your questions, child of humanity? I am rich in wisdom, and shall speak with no ambiguity.
As though an unspoken pact, the scholar asked the god about all things, feigning a humble quest for knowledge.
Do you treat me just as a way to answer questions? A mere machine?
The Titan got what they asked for.
You should thank me, for good questions are rarer than good answers.
Compared to the joy of a new life, the scholarly breakthrough carried home alongside death filled the scholar's heart with more fervor. He returned to the scourged grove many times, and the black tide followed, Despite his defeats, he never sought help or permission. But at every desperate moment, the Titan would eventually take over one half of his body. The union of man and God. A flawed and clumsy choreography. It happened but once, a perfect harmony. One man, one God, speaking in one breath.
Stop stepping forward at the same time as me.
The Titan once revealed the secrets of mixing life. A boon, seemingly a blessing, but full of malice.
What a tempting bait. But that's not my desired chalice.
Divine power is within his reach. But the scholar is not moved by that essence. This long and abnormal temptation is also a trial of elevation, where the sage can achieve all things, but shortcuts alone he abhors with silence.
Act concluded. Next one.
Teacher, in this tumultuous world, have you thought about your will?
It was just a joke, but the scholar, still at the grove, answered with extreme caution. He has much to say about his posthumous affairs, exhausting all, fearing the smallest omission.
Teacher, could it be that you fear death?
The assistant asks in concern. It was a question needed, yet he gave no direct reply.
Philosophy is the inquiry into death, and I have always considered myself a philosopher.
The assistant recounts all of the scholar's final wishes, each mighty as a mountain, asking what seemed impossible.
The tombstone must be made of my treasured rare stones, carved with Dromus patterns.
But that stone is a miracle of alchemy, tough beyond measure. No chisel could have shaken.
That's also his plan.
The assistant softly reveals the hidden plot.
He hopes that instead of shedding tears over his death, we will find it in us to smile, even in a moment of sorrow.
It's rumored that in the depths of the grove, the scholar left a teaching ingenium, imitating himself to the utmost detail.
Go back. The living have not exhausted their thoughts. Go back. The dead have no desire to teach their works.
The ingenium's words are cold and detached, like the deceased man himself.
But if you have no one to talk to, fine. You can sit and converse.
Now, the grove is no longer bustling, and the scholar has returned to dust. Thus, few in this world now know how he was also troubled by solitude in life. Someone once suggested,
perhaps your ambition should also find its place among your final wishes.
Pointless notion.
He dismissed in derision.
Unveiling the countenance of the gods is a task for the living.
Perhaps that is his haughty position. Such a melancholy topic, yet he insists on feigning a twist, avoiding it altogether. Perhaps these chapters should not be retained. Most are from the scholar's handwritten drafts, shown without his permission. Yet there seems to be a voice there in remonstration.
It's just the past. What harm is there in revelation?
Even in passing, His hubris still resounds in reverberation.
The smaller a thing is, the more it shows its weight. The more foolish my name is, the more glory my achievements will be in comparison.
Act concluded. Goodbye, scholar and Exagerus. There, I said your name. Thief in the human world.
If every single scar equals a coin, then the girl always pursued would be worth her weight in gold. Deception, theft, and night heists. But her nerves failed her when it mattered most. The girl clutches meager loot to her chest and escapes, muttering curses, bearing her pain.
We're head on. I definitely win next time.
She always longs for the coin of Whimsy's blessing and creed. Yet the coin in the air always suddenly disappears, as if in reply from the trickery titan. Day and night flow, and the thief's star makes circles across the sky, while time molds the girl into an adult. The cloak once used to conceal her entire body now only suffices as a hood that barely covers her fringe.
No matter. These days, I have no need to hide.
With a confident stride and a silver tongue, her perfected fraud thieving every opportunity as a result. And at curtain fall hour, those treasure-seeking steps fade into the moonlight. When she appears again, her arms are laden with money's weight. What is the art of thieving?
Stealing from the poor. Not enough loot. Stealing from the rich. That's a boring task to boot.
The girl narrows her eyes of greed towards those called the Chrysos heirs. The golden vines of the sages' homes, the sacred carcass of the Deathward realm, the divine lyre of the seashore's pearl, and the crystal chalice of the thousand gates. The girl knows not the treasure's origins, only that they are all valuable beyond measure.
To have something priceless is the true art of thieving.
A pity the deceits are all eventually revealed, and the thief meets a rare defeat. A golden thread discerns her meticulous disguise, and the heroes hold down her third hand to imprison in this thief star made of human feet.
I take defeat with my head held high. Spare me your sympathy.
She frankly faces the accusations, knowing that escaping would be nothing more than child's play.
Oh, does this lead into her
So the Chrysos heir outside the cage smiles sweet.
Would you like to see my most precious? A treasure bride?
It is a dress, like the beauty god Nestia's divine body. More blinding than the sun, rivaling the moon in its glory.
It is woven by divine threads. It captivates even the gods. But all the lies and deceit are revealed under the golden thread's query.
The world-famous thief is stirred by such grand words into a flurry.
Then just you watch. This wondrous dress will forever remain in my own gallery.
Act concluded. Okay. If there's more after this, I think I'll have to call it, because... or call it on that, because I don't want to get to Poland. Farewells are always so abrupt, making it hard to say what's truly. If you had to say goodbye, what would you say? That's my genuine answer. Is everyone's story coming to an end? Probably not. We still got the rest of the year full of patches for Euphorius at least, so. And I think, yeah, there's no more left. Okay, let's get the rest of this. Let's see. How much more can I grab? 12. I'll grab 10. Okay. Now, for the moment we've all been waiting for. And I've been waiting for this. Let's pull. I'll do... how do I want to do this? Like 40 pulls here where we first meet Cipher, and I'll do the rest at, well, her resting place. But I don't think it's gonna be a resting place. I feel like she's alive. Copium. Ugh. Anyway, without further ado, and in 3, 2, 1. Lord Hoyo, please give me Catgirl. Okay, a warm up. That's 1. Okay, that's 2. I got a new luck gun, nice. Okay, now it's 3. Okay. 4. Last for this. Okay. Now let's do the rest. Hold on. Actually, let's... There we go. And now... Where was it again? Okay. Let's go. Yep, and just to check. Yep. Alright. Further ado, Lego. 80. Let's just do the rest of the pulls here. Yeah. Actually, I think I'll do 40 here, then I'll do the rest in the Vortex of Genesis. Yep. 1. Come on. 2. Oh. Okay. Okay, good. Okay. 1. What are the chances I get another one? What are the okay. Okay, now let's get her light cone. Let's go. The thing is, I have guarantee on this, so I should get it when I get it. Okay. 40 pulls. Okay, we gotta go. To the Vortex of Genesis.
It's still early. Where to now?
Okay. Oh dear Zagreus, please assist me on the rest of these rolls. Okay. one. I know I shouldn't be greedy and just accept this having a character, but nope, I want the light cone as well, so... Okay. Last one. Actually, wait. Oh, then I can just check it. Okay. I got another 10 pull there after doing this, so... Please, dear Zagreus, I know I am greedy, but I shouldn't be. You shouldn't be one to talk as well. So, but please, for all that is holy and the great and glorious and best thief, liar duo of Zagreus and Cipher, please, let me have the like. I'm in. Holy. Should be guaranteed. Yo, I checked my pity for this, for the light cone at least. I should get it. I think I should. Please. Come on. Oh. And let's get... And because why not? Let's just put another one. Why? Just one. Alright. Whew. Oh. Like this. Get that. And then let's look at our... Look at our... Ooh. In all her glory. Yeah.
Not bad. One more for my treasure trove.
Come on, let's get...
Not bad. One more for my treasure trove.
Yeah, Cipher's definitely been my favorite so far. So far during Amphorius. Yeah, Hyacinth is like second because like
Not
she's
enough.
just really cool.
Not enough.
And,
I can hoard even more.
and to be honest, I don't know whether I really like Finon or I'm very sad for him because he crashed out, man. He
Not a good sign to be empty-handed.
or he's on the verge of crashing. Oh. Get back here. Oh. Okay. And yep. Also, I think I just really like Cipher. Okay, design and like fan service and like Gunner aside, her story was actually really very nice. I do like the so-called hero, but is actually like did so fucking much for like the unknowable like hero. Like, anti-hero, yeah. I mean, I don't even feel like Cypher's even like an anti-hero. I just think she just really loves she just loves to steal stuff. I don't know. She just,
Start running.
and she doesn't even steal from, well, according to her story, she doesn't steal from the rich and give to the poor even. She just like, she just steals a lot of priceless stuff, but it's also, or things that are otherwise like priceless and
Good
she
stuff
can't really sell.
ahead.
But
Start
just
running.
Just like to collect stuff. Also for the talk of like, oh no, you should like Cipher's not really that good of a character, or like, oh, she's kind of mid. Waifu over meta any day. Plus, even if I were to get like a meta character, they're just gonna get power creep, and like there's going to be another character that's going to power creep them in the next patch. So yeah, just as a PSA, like just pull for who you want. That's that's just that's what you should do always. Just pull for what you want, and pull for characters that you like, and don't let anyone sway you otherwise. Also, I hope anyone who's watching this, I hope your rolls also went well, because, dear God, the amount of people I've seen that have just got like, got dupes for her in the same temple, and it's like, ugh. One day I'll have that luck. I think I'll choose later. I wonder if there's ever gonna come a day when I want to E6 a character, because, oh boy. Because like in Nikkei, I can comfortably technically E6 one, but that's also a lot more easier. It's way easier
Not
to...
a good sign to be empty-handed.
It's easier to E6 a character.
You can't get rich by waiting.
You know, ugh, you're good. Let's hear some voice lines before we go. Because if there's anything about, like, Cipher, like, her, like, blessed to the VA who did Cipher, because, oh boy.
Hey, great mystery.
What can I say that hasn't already
Did it
been
ever
said?
occur to you that we share the same sense of humor? And honestly, when it comes to picking up random stuff off the ground, we're basically two peas in a pod. Those actors on the grand stage of history aren't adored just for their dazzling brilliance. What the audience truly anticipates is the moment of their fall.
God. They truly were like a mother-daughter kind of. It's so...
Those old girls love me. Whenever I tried to slip away on a secret adventure, I'd discover my backpack, already crammed with all sorts of food they snuck in there. It made leaping over the wall way harder. What did they call him? A Dromus draped in finery? And he took it just like that. Leaving aside the question of the nickname giver's own credentials, Anaxa is undoubtedly an impressive individual. The Deliverer boy looks naive, but he knows exactly what everyone wants and how much they're willing to pay. And yet everyone loves him because of the sincere way he talks. I concede my defeat. When other people claim they can defy death, I'd usually say they've knocked their head too hard. But that kid? He actually pulled it off. I've got to admit, that immortal little prince is super awesome. Isn't it just so much fun to tease her? I almost want that little princess homebody to lose it and scratch me. But no, she's way too nice for that. And weirdly, that just makes me angrier. I just hope she learns to take better care of herself. That pink girl could easily leave those shriveled old goons behind, you know? If she didn't care, no one else would either. But no, She's too responsible for her own good, isn't she?
She indeed is.
Lies and truths are nothing before the weight of sincerity. Not bad. One more for my treasure trove. Gray mystery. Let's go hustle for treasures afterwards. I'm laying it out right now. I'll do everything I should, but you can stop telling me what to do.
Oh.
So, Princess Homebody, can I have a look at your big scythe? Big Sis Treeby! The wind's picking up. Shall we take flight? Prof Nex! Truth may be valuable, but all's fair in war. Little Prince, how will you defy death this time? I'll do my best to act like an adult so you don't have to worry about me, little Hyacinth.
Okay, I think with that, and I'll take my blessing, I'll take my luck. Got our character in the light code, so I'll take that. But yeah, I think that'll be it for me for now. So, dear wanderers and travelers, have a good rest of your day or night, or whatever time it may be for you. And I hope to see you all next time. Bye.